In one go, you can burst out hundreds of thousands of gold coins from a poor family, and hundreds of thousands of savings will explode at once. China and the United States are twin brothers, not like this. But these big social officials are a little better than Canada, and the food safety of Canada is particularly good. Why is it that the government has to spend money on universal medical care? So the government is particularly strict about food safety. Why is it that the money you earn is not repaid to your family's gold coins, and your family does not need to spend a penny, but to repay the taxes collected by the government's finances? So why is the food in Canada cleaner than in the United States? That's it. And why doesn't the United States and China care? That's what you said. Sometimes I think, why does the country care about our food safety? I will deduce from the standpoint of the country's food safety. It is like a big filter, so that some old and poor people who are not good can go away because of this problem, and it has alleviated the country's pension problem. In addition, in the process of treatment, Chinese people have the concept of filial piety, which is to use the best medicine for their parents in order to cure diseases, so as not to let the left and right neighbors gossip. Even if they borrow debts, they must treat their parents. Therefore, the economy of this country has also stimulated the reason why it is necessary to take care of food safety, so it is possible to burst hundreds of thousands of gold coins from a poor family at one time. And hundreds of thousands of deposits will explode at once, and after this deposit explodes, it will explode. Sooner or later, it will flow into various market links. Leader, do I think the country is too bad? You don't think too bad. The country is like this, and so is the United States. China and the United States are twin brothers, not like this. But these big social officials are a little better than Canada, and the food safety of Canada is particularly good. Why is it that the government has to spend money on universal medical care, so the government is particularly strict about food safety? The reason why the money you earn is not repaid for your family's gold coins, and your family does not need to spend a penny to repay it, but it is the tax collected by the government's finances. So why does the government have a cleaner food than the United States? And why the United States and China don't care is the reason you said, hey, there's nothing wrong with throwing away one eye and closing one eye. You can see how many big fat people in the United States are in that civilian area. That fat man. I will tell you that the white man, the black man, the Latino fat man, I'm not exaggerating at all. It's our ordinary little family car. And after opening the door that he can't enter, if he wants to get in the car, he has to sell one leg first, and then squeeze his buttocks inch by inch, and then put the other leg in. Then he opened the door, and someone pushed it outside the door because of the meat, the stacks of Michelin wheel meat. So they stuffed the door and locked the door with a lock. The reason why this person can get in the car and walk in the car is because the food is not safe. And the food that is rich in excitin and does not contain hormones, the organic food that humans eat, will never be so fat. Ah, so you think about raising chickens, pigs, and those Kentucky fast food sperms in the United States? He grew up that night, but he could have been the same. And there was no one who lived a long life in his 50s or 60s. All of them think that you don't think the country is too bad. Your thinking is very advanced. You are right. Including these black and gray products. Why don't they care? The top level of the Communist Party doesn't care about the meeting. The same truth, the same reasoning. He thinks that the money of a stupid person is going to be cheated, and after the deception, the old house will say that you are too stupid. I won't lie to you, others will. Then after he takes away your millions, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about public security. The leaders are in charge, and after the standing committee members are in charge, the major families will be 6-2-2 open 6 to me. Second, let me take care of your main leader. You can leave it for yourself. So these so-called electric bombings, wastes, and black industry chains, they can only earn 20%. Just like opening a casino, they can only earn 20%, most of which are paid and protection fees. There is no way to do it. So you are right. So I started to think about it from then on, thinking that I had done a test, and we moved in a new person who was at the same table.
This means I'm here.
If that person does it, he will first think of this label, and you have already experienced it in your mind. So this is the kind of country that the country says to the police that it wants you to see the black-haired police sergeant since you were a child. Because after you watched the Black Cat Sheriff since you were a child, you felt that the police were particularly just, so you had to trust the police, and you had to be happy. If the black-haired police chief suddenly changes his face and turns into an old monster and eats you to death, this is the time since you were a child to mark the crowd and sign the Communist Party. Wai Guangzhang, the Kuomintang, and the Kuomintang shouted that they were afraid of death, and they killed Lu Ma with all their conscience. As for the Americans, there is not a day when they don't think about the fucking destruction of China, and the whole country will put this kind of label on you.
Lao Wang called you, and the owner wanted to ask if it was because I was twisted. And I felt that at my age, it was not like this. It was not you who thought about throwing money. Every analysis of you is correct. And there is also a situation where I want to be a seafarer. But now the domestic economy is not good, and the short-term frequency realization is becoming more and more difficult, which is a situation where there are more monks and less porridge. If I don't want to make a profit, I can open a lot of accounts. Anyway, the domestic economy is not very good. I stay at sea, waiting for the economy to improve, and then I think about getting off the ship. Even if I lose my business, there is also a way out for seafarers. The main thing is that our dog family's labor products need to be sold in large quantities overseas, and we can also hone my English. Extraordinarily smart. I haven't done anything to suggest to you, and I haven't made any suggestions for you. A family at the bottom of a society who is rich at the beginning will not give you any positive help, and all of them are negative. My plan to save people's lives is very good, and the 4 words I gave you are very good. You must travel far away, you must leave your original family as far away as possible, and then there will be adventures, and Heiwan will naturally belong to this one. And then, come back. Expand the tiger, or reconcile. This is the 4-part process of becoming a hero, and it is also the mode of changing the life of the bottom non-puller. If you think about it, you will know that all the heroes and grandsons are also at the bottom of the Pharaoh, and they are monkeys, and they are very bad. That wild creature, it is a wild creature. It was born in the end. It turned into a holy Buddha, and it became a Buddha. How could it do it? And it had no relatives, no background. It's just that you travel far away and meet some Bodhi patriarch. Otherwise, which turn will you get him, right? Evil Joy Fangkun Lingtai Mountain, Evil Joy Sangsing Cave. Hey, so it's all patterned. I don't know what I said yesterday to come up with this and that. Please help my mother and son settle the lawsuit, and the child will learn from you. This girl, and I will give you this and that.